What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people when I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Turn on my camera. What's going on? Is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with me. Make sure my audio is good. My audio is good. What up, friends? What up, family? Is the audio right? Is everything good? Are we in the building? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Busting the hell. I'm just busting the hell y'all worried about stepping down. I don't know what that means. My dude, all in his feelings. Leave your ego at home. Who in their feelings? Who in their feelings? Everything is good on the audio. That's what they telling me. I love the Versace beanie. I appreciate y'all. This is what they be buying me. My people be buying me this type of stuff for Christmas. So, got to make sure that everything is warm and everything is cool out here in the D. What's up, friends and family? How y'all feeling today? Y'all good? Come to Chicago Bears squad, Anton? Nah, I'm a Detroit Lions man all day long. Is that a Bag Chasers beanie? Nah, this is Versace. I didn't buy it for myself. It's bought for me, so don't worry about it. This Gravy Handsome says, Tropical Empress, mad snow out here. Good afternoon, says Ari. My dog Jay Ben in the building. Finally went back to work. I feel you on the Lions. Enjoy Room 9. Carrie Spencer hosts. Like it, champ. Love it. You know what's so funny? When Carrie first started hosting, people was like, I don't know. And yeah, no, it's good. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing when it comes to the people Southside Chicago and here. Southside Chicago in the building. All right, you Gravy, Tropical Empress. Nice hat, says Too Fast, Too Furious. Thank you. I'm appreciate you. Skinny Boy, Will Nola, Crown Me, Mr. Allen. Indiana gonna have two teams now. Mama Carey been holding it down. She has. Your car is in the building. What up, your car? A done 920. Josh, I see you. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat and in the building. I appreciate y'all. What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? Did you see the story of the Detroit Passport Step Bros? I did not. I'm sorry. How can I earn a wrench, AD? Nah, I don't know. You in the gym watching, William? AD, have you looked at SanDisk IPO? I haven't. You're a fearless leader, AD, no doubting any of your executive money moves. Indiana Bears, what up to the chat and the Bag Chasers? What it do? What it do? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? All right, y'all. So how should we approach this? I'm thinking nice and chill and relax. I am going to the show later to go catch a show for frame fights tomorrow. So I'm going to the show and we're gonna get that. I need a deal after Mika. Oh, what up, Jesse Xavier? Loso's way. I see y'all. I see y'all. So as promised, we are chilling. I am in the studio working feverishly to make sure that I get stuff taken care of and done so that going into the new year, what is this in my beard? I don't like that. Going into the new year, everything will be great. So we want to go into the new year and we want to kill it. And we want to be adding as much value to the live streams and to the bag chasers as usual. And part of that strategy, I have to get everything ported over. So I'm in the studio. The Detroit Bros Klarna glitch. All right, the Detroit Bros Klarna glitch. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I'm working, bro. I'm working relentlessly. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm trying to plan for live streams. I'm trying to get everything over into the Patreon. And so I got to be in the studio, man. I got to be in the studio hustling, grinding, getting it, fighting. And so you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't work, you don't eat. Tell your big homies to go to work. Tell your big homies to go to work. Everybody is lazy, man. Your big homie is supposed to be an inspiration. You know what the criteria is for being a big homie? The criteria for being a big homie is you got to be able to put somebody on and give somebody some money, man. If your big homie is not the personification of what you would want to be in some ways, now it don't have to be all the ways, but if you don't look up to your big homie and look at them for inspiration, and the only thing you're looking at them for is what they did in the past, then they not really a big homie, man. They not really a big homie. If your big homie ain't putting people on, ain't feeding the community, ain't doing stuff for other people, if you can't go to your big homie and say, hey, man, I look at you and I see you as an inspiration for where you at in life, and the only thing that you can look at them for is what they used to do, then that's not a big homie. That's not a big homie. Your big homie's supposed to be big dog. I think of the big homie, let's look at it in terms of rap, right? Or in terms of popular culture. Jay-Z is the big homie to Big Memphis Bleak. 50 Cent is the big homie to Yayo. They make sure that they keep him working. They make sure that they got an opportunity for him. They're not going to carry him, but at the same time, they always got something in the mix for him. And so if you can't tap into your big homie, or if you can't go one up, right? Let's say you got a problem and then you need some reinforcement, or you need some help, or you need some assistance, or you need if you can't go to him and say, hey, man, I don't know what to do with this, or what we gonna do, how we gonna move, and then they can't say, all right, give me a second, let me take care of it, I'll get back to you. They not a big homie. We have messed up the rules of the game. We have messed up the culture. And we have now messed it up so much to where we'll start to frame it and put people in place just based off of age alone. We keep calling everybody OG. OG what? They ain't put in no work. They ain't never built nothing. They ain't never did nothing. You know what I'm saying? We keep going to people and saying, oh, man, hey, man, we got to lean. No, you lean to the big homies. The big homies is the only person, because they lived through it. They seen it. They did it. They built it. They failed before you. They came and rebuilt it. They failed. They got back up. They failed. They got back up. They had some successes. They failed again. And then they had some successes and they got it out the mud. And so if you can't tap into your big homie, the person that you define as a big homie, and say, hey, man, what am I supposed to do? Then you need to go and get some new homies, bro. That's not the big bro. That's not big bro. Go and get you somebody else for inspiration. Y'all keep pedestalizing people
that ain't got no motion, that can't help you. You doing better than them. So how you gonna be able to go over there? How you gonna go to him and you doing better than him? I can't tap into the big homie if I'm doing better than him. The big homie need my help. I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing with him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be telling a lot of these streamers and stuff like that. I say, man, listen, bro. Like that's cute what you got going on. I don't want to talk to you, nigga. I want to. If you gonna talk to me, get some permission from your boss. Who in charge? Who the person that's pulling the purse strings? Who the person that tell you what you can do? I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to nobody that. I'm doing well, Jaquin. I'm doing well. I'm not. I'm not. Hey man, who's your boss? All right, tell him. Tell him. We'll set up something later. I don't want to talk to these people, man. Hey man, who's your boss's boss? You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to me about the person that you got advice from that gave you permission to say something like that. Good day, Food Carry Ferry. Want to talk to nobody that you need permission and you got to get permission. Hey, talk to me about the person that you're getting permission from. I want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to you. Hi, y'all. Y'all ready to get started with the show? Y'all ready to get it popping? What is this right here? This thing is crazy. I don't know what that is. It's too much. Maybe it's just gray. Too much salt and pepper. Too much salt and pepper. All right, since it's Saturday, I'm gonna get a little bit messy because somebody sent something in my email. I don't want to hear it, Miss Sanchez. Check the super mayor's interview. All right, we're gonna figure it out. Somebody sent me an email of Tommy Sotomayor. All right. Let's see what we can find here. See if I can find that email real quick. Let's see what's going on. Fatty, my Fight Club alumni. Um, my Fight Club alumni sent me a video. Asked me some questions. Give me a second. Is this it? Yeah, this is the one that they sent me. And let me see if I can get this up. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it, but I want to put some stuff to rest. They say you got a one-sided beef with me. The internet wants y'all to beef. I'm not worried about it. Well, let me figure out what's going on. Bro trying to beef to stay relevant. I don't know what the goal is, but we can get in the mud a little bit since it's Saturday. I don't really do this on a weekday, but since it's Saturday, we can go ahead and get to it. I don't even know what he streams on. I heard he streams on Rumble. Yeah, I heard he streams on Rumble. All right, let me share my screen really quickly. Because I said I'm not even gonna look at this. I'ma just watch it in real time, and I'm gonna see what the sentiment is.
like Latif on week 7.
I'll give you an example. Let's say hypothetically.
Okay, let me give y'all some context. I always like to check in with the people that came up under me. So I put a lot of people on, a whole lot of people on in this space. And a lot of people have gotten their inspiration. A lot of people got their motion, or a lot of people just got their ideas from me. So that's not uncommon. You know, I'm the big homie, similar to what I was talking to y'all about. I'm the big homie. I'm the inspiration. I'm the person that also give advice. And so I check in with the people that, you know, came in up under me or whatever. And Fatty is Fight Club alum. Him, Ali, it's a lot of people that I connected with that are doing well, and they trying to build their platforms, and they doing what it is that they do. And admittedly, they'll admit it to you and tell you that, okay, I checked in, I got this, and so this is the reason that I'm doing it. So occasionally I'll tap in, and if I see it's not too much going on, I'll check on their streams, or I'll even jump on a panel for like 10, 15 minutes. And then I'm back to work because, you know, that's just what you're supposed to do. You're always supposed to check in on the people that you got good energy for. So that's the logic behind this, right? That's the logic behind me pulling up and kicking it with Fatty. All right. So this is apparently Tommy reacting to me having a conversation with Fatty. And Fatty asked me a series of questions. I guess him and Tommy Sotomayor have been beefing, or they've been going back and forth. Don't really know what that is, whatever. So Fatty asked me a series of questions with regard to Tommy, because apparently Tommy is feeling some type of way, and he keeps calling me out. So I'm going to go ahead and address this one time for all, and then hopefully he can get some insight so that he can feel a little bit differently, because I don't want no problems. I don't want no beef. I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to it.
I'm sitting on a panel that I'm not usually on because I don't really even do anything, no panels at all. But let's say hypothetically that I'm sitting on a panel and some.
That is a beautiful thing you just said. If Anton was all about success and the things he said, and I see you, Jason, I'm gonna let you up here in a second, and anybody else that want to come, I'll let you guys up here as well. If Anton was really a success, he would not waste his time having this low IQ conversation. And as a matter of fact, I've been on Lapeef a few times. So how could Anton say he don't know me when I've been on there when they were small and he was there?
Okay, so Tommy is on this crusade and this campaign to say Anton know me, why is he acting like he don't know me? Because Fatty asked me a question and said, you know, what's going on with you and Tommy? And I said, I don't know him. Now, there's a difference between knowing of somebody and being familiar with somebody and actually knowing them. Here's the context. I'm going to talk directly to you, Tommy, since you want to ask the questions, and I'm going to give you some clarification. I know of you. I have never developed or built a personal relationship with you. I have never had a conversation with you. I have never interviewed you. I have never emailed you. I've never actually talked to you personally, okay? I can be familiar with a lot of people, but it doesn't mean that I know them. I'm in a place right now to where, oh yeah, I know who you are. I have an idea of pretty much a lot of what you talk about and what you do. I have Fresh's number. I have Myron's number. I have Brian's number. I have several different athletes' number. I have Charleston's number. I have a personal relationship with them. I know them in real life. I kick it with them in real life. I have conversations with them in real life. Do I know of you? Of course I know of you. Do I know you? I don't know you. I have never had a conversation with you. So much so to where he's mentioning Lapeef and he's saying, yep, I was on a panel on Lapeef a couple different times and Anton was there. That's true. But guess what? He's never talked to me. JR, who was my partner in the Lapeef network at the time that I was over there, JR is the person that did all of the recruiting. He found all of the people, similarly to how Q does all of the recruiting, and she finds everybody that appears on a Monday night show. My responsibilities over there were completely different from his responsibilities. Part of his responsibilities is to gather the talent to have conversations on the platform. So I showed up to talk on a platform. I did not show up and recruit you to come on the platform. And I'm gonna get into that in a minute of why I haven't recruited you or did an interview with you or worked with you. I'm gonna address that shortly. But for whatever reason, he wants to really get this visibility to say, how don't he know me? How do he know me? Yes, I know of you, right? But I do not know you in real life. Okay, so let's address this live stream. Brooklyn Kennedy says, hypocrite Mark Hill said the same about you, bozo. But here's the difference. Mark Lamont Hill and his team reached out to me to do an interview, which is one of the reasons why I actually showed the receipts for that. I have never reached out to Tommy to have a personal conversation. I turned Mark Lamont Hill and his team down when they were reaching out to me to do an interview. So if you say that, if Mark Lamont Hill volunteers his opinion and says, I don't even know who that is. Who is he? Who is he? Well, that would be hypocritical, because why are you reaching out to me to talk to me? Or at the very least, why is your team reaching out to me versus me saying I don't know you because I've never had a personal conversation with you. So when we having this conversation, I want y'all to put y'all thinking hats on. I want you to look at the context and understand, look for understanding instead of looking to debate. When you have understanding, you can start to filter through to get the context as to why somebody is saying something. If somebody reaches out to me and then later says, well, wait a minute, I don't even know who that is. Who is this guy? It's a difference between knowing who somebody is and knowing them. All right? So it's a false equivalent. It's not the same. It doesn't line up. Do I know who he is? Let me do it real slow for the people in the back. Do I know who he is? Yes. Do I know him personally? No. Mark Lamont Hill specifically, in your example, did he know who I was? Yes. Did he lie about knowing who I was? He later admitted, yeah, I know who he was, whatever, so on and so forth. And it was very difficult for him to debate otherwise, because why is his team reaching out to me in order to get an interview? Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so now that we put that part to rest, and again, this is no hate. I'm not dissing. I don't have anything negative about him whatsoever. All right? I don't have anything negative whatsoever, but I'm just giving insight. Okay. All right. Well, listen, keep your $2. We cool. We cool. Keep your $2. And we're going to go ahead and fix that right now. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you for the $4. All right. Now, let's continue to get on with it. I'm going to just address a couple different things so we can put this to rest.
This is the stupidest crap in the world. But again, they say this to try and irritate you. Niggas.
No, I'm not beefing with anybody. I'm just giving some clarification because for whatever reason, he feels as though he needs to be acknowledged.
The whole job is to try and irritate you. I get it.
Comes at me. I wouldn't care.
I want y'all to be very clear. Stop asking, am I beefing with him? I'm not beefing with him. I have never had a conversation, nor have I had a disagreement with somebody to beef with them. I'm not beefing with him. I'm giving clarification because apparently he feels some type of way, and he has a misunderstanding of what it means to know somebody versus know of somebody.
But you
I
should.
don't have the oomph in me to fight back, I guess.
But that's what I'm saying. You're too comfortable, and it's fine. Hey,
comfortable.
I want that comfortable.
I'm not comfortable. I am more driven than I've ever been before. Like literally, I am more. I'm in the studio right now, and it's 10:51 p.m.
No.
Eastern,
on a
That's not
Saturday
that.
night.
That's not that type of comfortable.
I
Anton,
am absolutely driven more than I've ever been before.
Anton is not that type of comfortable. Is like when you're on the penthouse and like there's some you did on Patreon. I was like, but it's difficult for us to.
Player, you're gonna clap back. No, I don't listen. It wasn't about him. It was leveraging the visibility to continue to siphon.
It was about siphon we do, because that's what
I want to get to the thick of it. I don't want to just
somebody tell me if I'm lying. He did with Mark Lamont Hill. And then he just tried to get people to watch him. That is literally what he did with Mark Lamont Hill.
Okay, so let me give some more clarification. Me and Mark Lamont Hill are not the same because I'm much more visible, I'm much bigger, and I do way more views than Mark Lamont Hill could ever dream of in his lifetime. All right. So when we're saying that, it wasn't Mark Lamont Hill that brought the visibility, it was Joe Budden. Mark Lamont Hill was a worker, okay? Mark Lamont Hill is working for Joe Budden's network. Mark Lamont Hill and bringing me up on Joe Budden's network is meaningful. Leveraging Mark Lamont Hill so that I can use Joe Budden is a completely different conversation than that's exactly what he did for Mark Lamont Hill. It's not the same. It's not the same. Again, if I wanted to leverage Mark Lamont Hill, then I would have just did the interview when they reached out to me to go on the platform. I wasn't interested because it didn't serve me. I don't give a fuck about Mark Lamont Hill. And that's no shot at Mark Lamont Hill. I hope he continue to be successful and I hope he do whatever it is that he do. But I don't look at Mark Lamont Hill as an equal. I look at Mark Lamont Hill as a stepping stone. You see what I'm saying? So again, I'm doing this to provide clarification. I'm not doing this to diss. I'm just giving insight.
And then he just said it out of his own mouth. That's what he did against an NBA player. So why are they talking?
Again, we're not talking about Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin is a stepping stone because I now have a relationship with Gilbert Arenas. And of course, I already have a relationship with Kwame Brown. I like Gil's Arena because Gil's Arena does numbers. I don't care about Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin was a one-time stepping stone so that you can continue to do more content and leverage the relationships that you have that are much higher than that. And so it's strategy. And maybe, you can get a little bit of insight so that you can learn how to move appropriately when it comes to who your targets are and who your opponents are, because otherwise it seems like you're just punching in the wind.
And every one of them, and this is what I've been telling y'all, this is why I don't like niggas. When they friend do something.
He talking about Fatty now.
When they friend do something, he's scared of you. He's scared of you, Anton. He's scared of you, Anton. That's why he don't say your name, Anton. Mark Lamont Hill don't want to smoke, Anton. Tommy said something about Anton. Anton ain't never said nothing about you, Tommy. You just grasping at straws. He don't want to talk to you because you low level.
So let me give some insight into why I've never individually had a conversation with Tommy Sotomayor. All right. And this is not something that I would usually say publicly, but I'm going to say it today. I'm going to give y'all the inside scoop on why I have never had a conversation, nor have I ever invited him up on a platform. Because YouTube does not like Tommy Sotomayor. It's not personal. It's not because he's not a good content creator. I wouldn't know. I don't watch his show because I don't watch anything on Rumble. I only watch stuff that's on YouTube, Netflix, and whatever, right? I don't watch Kick. I don't watch Twitch. I watch none of that, all right? The reason why I don't do business with Tommy Sotomayor is because for me, Tommy Sotomayor is bad for business when it comes to YouTube. It's one thing to get demonetized. It's another thing if YouTube is saying, we don't want you on the platform at all. It's the reason why I've never reached out to Andrew Tate. It's the reason why I haven't had conversations with a lot of people. And it's not personal to Tommy, right? It's that I'm not going to risk, jeopardize, and other people can. If Fatty want to do it, he can. If other platforms want to do it, they can. But if I find out that a person, even if somebody on my team recruited a person that YouTube is saying we don't even want on the platform, then I don't fuck with you, because I am not going to ever risk my good standing, because I am on here to make money. I am not on here to make people feel good. I'm not on here to go against the system. I'm not on here to be a masquerade for truth and righteousness. I don't give a fuck about that. My goal is to have conversations in which I add value to the people that support me, love me, and the bag chasers. And I am here to get money. And so unless he ever gets back on YouTube or get in YouTube's good graces and standings, then I will not be having conversations with him, nor will I be having conversations with anybody else that is a brand risk or that could possibly group me in the same group that ultimately is the bad guys list. Now, you may disagree with that. You may say, oh, I don't like that, or I don't agree with this, or you should do this or whatever, but I don't have a personal relationship with you, so you can't put your standards on me as an individual that likes to create content and that monetizes and make millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars off of this shit every single month. I'm no stranger to dealing with people with controversy. But I am a stranger to dealing with people that I believe personally, because I am the CEO of my life, and I am a person that is going to make an executive decision to protect the money for all of the other people that I pay. Whether it be my editors, whether it be other people that I live stream with, whether it be my Room 9 people or whatever it is, whoever it is that I do business with, I have to understand if it is good for business or if it's bad for business. So I have to make that decision, because I have to live and die with whatever it is that happens to me from a consequence perspective. It has nothing to do with him at all. It has everything to do with business. I wish him the best. I hope that he does well. I hope that he is richer than rich, and I don't know what his money look like, nor do I care. I am not here to count his money. I am having a conversation and telling you that it is not good business sense for me as a content creator that has over 1.6, 1.7 million subscribers across multiple different platforms on here. It does not make sense for me to invite somebody onto my platform that I don't believe long-term adds value into what it is that I'm building. So when people sit here and say, Anton, is it beef? I say, what beef? How can I beef with somebody that I have never done business with? I don't have a personal relationship with. I don't have any animosity with. I'm not even sure that I would disagree with him on talking points. It's too many people that depend on me. I got too many people that work for me. I got too many people that is saying, hey, man, we need to build this, we need to build that, or whatever. It ain't about you. It's not. I would love to have conversations with people and explore what it is that they're about and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I don't think that it would be conducive for what it is that I'm building. That's it. That's it. That's all. I'm not really sure how much there is to explain. Let's see if it's anything else for us to address here.
Everything that, if all the things that Fatty has tried to say about me today, they existed the first time he brought me on the show. They existed when you gave me that $500.
I don't care about him. I'm never going to see him in real life. It doesn't matter to me. I'm in my bubble. I'm chilling. But when I see an opportunity to market myself,
Damn.
then I'm going to take the opportunity to market myself. That's it.
Damn.
Yes. And that's fair.
It's simple. It's not any.
Video and made an apology to me right then and said, well, then I apologize to Tommy for making the video about you. And I
This is between him and Fatty. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
Not personal. It's that I pick and choose when I can leverage the visibility to do something. I don't actually have any animosity towards anybody.
And this is why in 2026,
is shorter than me too. This is crazy. Dummy got the OnlyFans page. Then you over there subscribe to OnlyFans people. I don't understand it.
because there's like a fighter on the back.
Yeah, I'm about to.
And has morals that will sit there and say, I'm not doing that. That's not fair. Tommy, Fatty sounds Brazilian. If you want to piss him off, piss off to me. He looked like a 5'9".
Congratulations.
I'm always kicking. I'm going to evolve.
It is definitely impossible he doesn't know me. Fatty cut up so many of my damn clips on his page that it looked like my page. That is crazy. I'm telling you, y'all hear the lies that are being told? You don't know me. You don't consume me, but you always watching him and Ali. And Fatty and Ali had me all over their page. This is insane.
I already addressed this, so there's no point in me rehashing the same talking point.
Our biggest champion and supporter. So.
Yes. And I appreciate you. And I think you should bring back, instead of the movie Sundays, you should be.
Thank you. They had a video. I want all of y'all to understand this. These two people had a video called I Declared War Against Anton. He didn't even.
What two people? Is he talking about Fatty and Ali? Because I've never made any video that said that I declare war against anything Tommy has ever said.
Even play what I said about Anton in the video. What? Let me ask y'all something. Wouldn't most people do that? That was the end of the video. Don't most people, y'all tell me if I'm lying, if you brought somebody on to talk about what somebody else said, wouldn't you let them hear what was said? Wouldn't you let the audience hear what was said?
He didn't bring me on to talk about anything. I just pulled up because he had a smoke show. And so I pulled up to show him some love like I always do. And then he was able to chop up the clip and then get a lot of views and hopefully make a decent amount of money as a result of me having a conversation. Because I'm not tripping about anything, anybody asking me anything they want.
You say, hey, here's what he said about you. pH balance. Let me see where it's at. I would have to find it. First, I got Jason who wants to come and talk to me.
First off, this load of crap, short motherfucker, Antoine, said something about you a long time ago with Kevin Samuels. You know, Kevin Samuels because Kevin Samuels was on the Peace Network, and Kevin was good for going to other people's channels. See, Kevin was smart. I'm not going to dirty up my channel and talk about other people on my platform, but he'll go to other platforms.
I don't get into the whole Kevin Samuels thing, so I'm guessing that this is the end of this conversation. I don't even talk about Kevin Samuels or bring him up anymore because I actually know his mother and the daughter, and so I don't include that in the part of the conversation because Kevin is not here to defend himself. So I just let that be. I'll let everybody else continue to have conversations about Kev. Kev's legacy is Kev's legacy. As far as I'm concerned, I don't even know who that guy was at all. But as far as I'm concerned, that's where it ends. That's where it ends. I'm a bag chaser, and so I'm focused on the bread, and I'm focused on adding value to my people. I don't have any animosity towards him whatsoever. I hope that he is successful in whatever his endeavors are, and I hope that life treats him well. All right. So God bless you. I hope that everything goes well, and I hope that you also have a better understanding on what my position is, why I don't entertain it. Oh, and one other thing that I had that somebody had told me that he said that I blocked him from being able to come up on my platform and have a conversation. I don't remember ever timing you out or blocking you at all. If a moderator did something because they thought that you were trolling, then that's one thing. And again, I'm not familiar with that. Also, on top of that, it could be maybe I thought somebody was imitating you. It could be anything or whatever. But I don't have any animosity towards you. Nobody is running. Nobody is dodging. I don't think that you're saying anything that is mind blowing. Oh, and one last thing. I've never, ever in life, not one time, have I ever, I put it on my father's grave. I swear to God on everything. I will put my salvation on the line. I put it on my alive 17-year-old daughter's life. I have never, ever in my life, ever watched your personal live streams. I have never watched your personal videos. I have never sat there and put up on any computer, tablet, laptop, or phone device. I have never in my life watched anything that you have done individually, ever. Not one time. Not one time have I ever sat and watched your live stream. This is the longest that I've ever sat there and watched you on a solo mission. And I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying this to diss. I'm saying that I am not your target audience. I've never watched you a day in my life, not one time. I have been on YouTube since, and I'm pretty sure you've been on YouTube longer than me. Maybe 2012? 2012? I have never, ever, not one time in my entire fucking life, ever. And I put that on my mama's life. If I'm lying, God strike me down right now. I have never, ever watched one video live stream of you doing anything solo. Anything, not one time. So if you are sitting there thinking, Tommy Sotomayor, that I am biting your style, even when Fatty did the live stream and he showed the ether beat coming up, that's somebody else that chopped up my content and put that behind it. I didn't even know that you did something like that because I've never, ever watched a live stream. I don't watch Rumble. So when I say never, I mean never have I ever watched any of your content before in my fucking life. So if you think that somebody is stealing your style, I'm fresher than you, nigga. Just keeping it 100. I'm flyer than you. I'm fresher than you. I'm cooler than you. People respect me more. They ask me for my opinion. They reach out to me to ask me what it is that I think. I am the motherfucking man. Let's make no mistake about it. I'm not saying this because I'm just trying to, I'm telling you that I'm a fly ass motherfucker. My cars is fresher. They smell better. I talk cooler. In every way, in every fucking way, there is no way in the world that you would ever miss. If I walk in the spot, and anybody that has ever met me in person know in real life, if I walk in, it's a difference, nigga. Everybody is gonna stop and say, who is that nigga right there? The ladies stop and they come over and they say, hey, AD, and they all give me hugs, and people take pictures, and I do the selfies, and I spend the next 35 minutes showing love to everybody that is showing love to me. When I walk in the store, everybody stop and they send their best sales associate. When I walk in the casino, everybody stop and they say, wait a minute, we got to get 2 hosts and get him anything that he want. Everybody in the valet, and this is the honest to God truth, anybody in the valet, they stop and they park my car at the front right there, whether I'm in Vegas or whether I'm here, or whether I go to Springfield or whether I go over to California on a goddamn reservation. I am him in every way, in every single way. I can't speak for you. I don't know what your life is like outside of here because I ain't never met you. But everybody knows that it's a difference. And it ain't nothing outside of the fact that we black and bald head. There is nothing, not one thing that me and you are alike. Maybe we vote the same. Maybe we both like Trump. I don't know. I seen you with your Trump hat on. But I want to be very clear. Nigga, there is nothing that you have for me to steal. There is nothing. Nothing. Not a talking point, not a style, nothing. And I mean 0 for me to steal. Nothing. So y'all got to let this shit go and stop letting these niggas keep on gassing y'all up and saying that this nigga is the inspiration. Inspiration for who? Who? For me? I don't even walk around the streets with anything less than 10,000. I mean, 50 on my wrist. Fuck, my beanie is like 750, I think. I don't know. My glasses is 12, 1300. Fuck, what we talking about? I don't even think niggas want to play big bank, take little bank with me. My pocket change, I get this shit out. Honest to God, my goal today, the only reason I'm carrying cash right now, is because I get this shit out to the streets. I walk around with no less than 10,000 on me at all times because I know that it's niggas in the street that need to feed their fucking families. The fuck is y'all talking about? We not the same. Why? That's my pocket. That's my book bag money. Why niggas is acting like we all on the same level? Why everybody acting like man? Let me stop, bro. I didn't come on here for this. What we want to show? We want to show our bank accounts. We want to show our brokerage accounts. This is the only time that I'm gonna address this shit. Real talk. So get all y'all reaction videos off. Do all the whatever the fuck you gotta do. And just know. Why we talking? I stole from this nigga. I stole from who? Who? I've been rich for damn near half my life. The fuck we talking about? These niggas talking about? I stole from a nigga. I'm from Detroit. We don't steal. We hustlers. All right, now that we got that out of the way, make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. I stole from a nigga. God bless you niggas. Let me read some of these cash apps and super chats. Let's come on. Skinny Boy Night, you don't know no better. You just was born yesterday. You don't know no better. All right, y'all, let's get into the show. I can't believe I had to spend an hour being toxic. But they tried to make it seem like I have it in me to have a conversation about some shit. And I'm like, why wouldn't I? Like, this ain't no secret. Like, this ain't no big reveal or anything like that. We just chilling. All right, y'all, let's get into Gary, Indiana. I heard that the Bears or that they're courting the Chicago Bears moving to Gary, Indiana. Let's get into it.
Gary, Indiana is attracting new investment, new development, and the attention of the Chicago Bears.
But that's not only the team. Tia Ewing shows us how the city is working to turn the page.
Gary, Indiana has spent years trying to outgrow its reputation, often reduced to being known only as the hometown of the Jackson 5. Once defined by crime statistics and decades of population loss, the city is now chasing a very different headline. And not all of those headlines are negative anymore.
That's Mayor Hatcher right here, a national figure that was representing so many across the country right here in the city of Gary. So we're extremely proud. He was a mentor of mine.
What does it feel like to walk these same stairs, the same halls?
I think about
My dog said, let me get all the black. Let me get black on black on black. Listen, the audio is low. All right, so let me see if I can fix that for y'all. Bro said, let me get the black on black treatment. Is this the one? If y'all want to give me 2 minutes so I can fix the audio. Let's see. Desktop. We can kind of mill around a little bit on Saturdays because it's kind of off the cuff and off script and all of that. So let's see. Shorts, adjusting. See if I can get this fixed. Oh, the audio was low. The audio was super low. I know. Well, want y'all to have a bad experience now, will we? All right, let's see if I can get this showing a little better than what we've just experienced. And then let's see if I can get this better. Video. What the fuck?
Well, once written off, now back in the conversation. Gary, Indiana is attracting new investment, new development, and the attention of the Chicago Bears.
But that's not only the team. Tia Ewing shows us how the city is working to turn the page.
Gary, Indiana has spent years trying to outgrow its reputation, often reduced to being known only as the hometown of the Jackson 5.
Let me stop this real quick. Hold on 1 second. All right, so let me do this now. All right, let me play this, see if we can get this back on the stage. Again, make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the
Once
channel, turn your
defined by crime
notifications.
statistics and decades of population loss, the city is now chasing a very different headline. And not all of those headlines are negative anymore.
That's Mayor Hatcher right here, a national figure that was representing so many across the country right here in the city of Gary. So we're extremely proud. He was a mentor of mine.
What does it feel like to walk these same stairs, the same halls?
I think about him and, some of my predecessors often, because sometimes when you're in that office, you have to make decisions, not sometimes, all the time, that's going to impact the lives of constituents. This is a special day.
In December of 2023.
Why are people saying that the only thing in Gary is trap houses and stuff like that? Whenever people say stuff like that, I know that they haven't been there. You haven't actually visited. I know that you haven't visited. Whenever people say stuff like that, chances are they have not actually visited Gary, Indiana. They haven't. This was back when I was doing urban exploration. Let me see. Share screen. Indiana University Northwest. And it's starting to make sense to me a little bit. The takeaway is that there's a narrative that's being painted for more views and for more likes. And it's so long, and that Detroit decline is not doing say that there are better. But when you take into account U.S. Steel growth, obviously, but there are a lot of neighborhoods that are stable, that are doing well. That's Gary, Indiana right there. Behind me is Gary, Indiana. Like I've explored both of them. That's Gary, Indiana. But see, they don't show you this part of Gary, Indiana. They don't show you this part. They don't show you the universities. The only thing that they show you is the destruction. You got people on. No, this is a college. This is a college. That whole area right here is a college. They don't show you this part of Gary, Indiana. And just like I say that everywhere has good and bad and all of that stuff, right? They'll show you that church right there tripped out. But they won't show you all of the neighborhoods and all of this other stuff, right? So there are other parts of Gary, Indiana that's not bad. There are neighborhoods that's good. So I'll show you some of the neighborhoods that I was driving through. Right down the street up to the railroad tracks and realize that it's a bunch of houses that's behind me that look really, really good. This is Gary, Indiana right here. This is Gary, Indiana. Like, see, it's different for me because I actually get to go and visit these places. I go and look at the good. I go and document the bad. I'm going to be very, very authentic for the entire time that I'm there. And I've heard, and I've talked to some people that live in Gary, Indiana, and they said that it's significantly improved. So there is good neighborhoods, it's bad neighborhoods. You got the steel plant, but then you got Indiana University, Indiana Northwest University. And so it's a lot of different things in these places, but because the urban explorers or the media themselves, they only want to push the bad, they only want to push certain neighborhoods and conversations, then you don't get to see both sides of it. They got big houses, they got nice houses, they got new development, they got, new businesses are moving in. The mayor, I heard, is doing really good things. They've torn down the majority of the abandoned houses. So, for me to sit here and listen to people say wild
Melton
stuff,
took office as Gary's 22nd mayor, leading a city of just over 70,000 people, now seeing billions of dollars in public and private investment.
We're building a $100 million convention center next to the Hard Rock Casino.
Major employers like U.S. Steel, FedEx, and Indiana Sugars are expanding, bringing nearly 2,000 full-time jobs over the next few years. And now a surprising possibility. The Chicago Bears are considering Northwest Indiana as a future home.
Growing up, did anybody in your household say, yeah, go Colts?
Never.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Never. No disrespect to the Colts. I know some of the family and some of the owners, so just a tradition. Think about it. I grew up in the 90s.
We spent the morning and afternoon in a city where Bears fandom already runs deep.
Being a former state senator, knowing the tools and the resources that the state of Indiana has already have in place to incentivize relocation, to incentivize workforce training and scaling folks up to be prepared for any high wage, high demand jobs, that's something that we've already been doing for at least the last decade or so. But the tax incentives, the tax advantage of relocating from Illinois to places like Gary or Northwest Indiana or the state of Indiana is unique.
y'all, this is what y'all need, man. We need competing cities and mayors like this. For far too long, we get the Brandon Johnsons and the Karen Basses, and you don't get people like him, and I'm sorry if I don't remember his name. You don't get people like him that was born and raised in the city that he's serving and saying, now I want to be a change agent. I actually want to do the right thing. I'm not out here finessing. I'm not out here stealing money. I'm not out here doing X, Y, and Z. And I'm here working every single day to get all of these abandoned houses torn down. I'm working with the businesses to bring incentives for them to expand their footprint so that they can hire more people. I'm focused on adding value into the people that's already here and incentivizing them to stay home and to build up in their own community. I'm pushing. And so it's so much negativity with people, first of all, that have never been there. So much negativity, first of all, with people that have never been there. You never visited, you never seen it, you don't know anything about it, and you only clout chase, and you just go to places that you're familiar with because everybody else told you to go there. Y'all don't actually go and do your own research or find out anything. You just go to a Reddit thread, or you go to a Facebook post, or you go to some white boy's urban exploration video in which he only showing the bad parts and he not giving a valuable insight into what both of it look like. And so this is how they program you. Let me tell you something. This is how they program you to hate your own neighborhood so that other people can come in and get it for cheap. Before we even have a conversation, because I have a theory about this whole Chicago Bears thing. This is how they program you to hate your own surroundings in your neighborhood so that you ultimately give up your own stuff for cheap. This is how they trick you out of your bag. This is how they trick you into believing that that your neighborhoods is trash. Your neighborhoods is what you make it. If you cut the grass and you eliminate all of the crime and you get the right leadership in there to incentivize businesses to come there and you continue to invest in your own places, then you wouldn't say that about your stuff. Because if it's a dump, then it's a dump because you made it that way, not necessarily because of anybody else. What do you mean you hope I'm unbiased? As a person that hold everybody accountable, because I'm an accountability partner, you're saying you're hoping I'm unbiased? What are you talking about? I showed you videos from years ago. I literally just showed you a video from years ago where I showed you the good and the bad. It's still up on my YouTube channel. I showed the good and the bad. I showed the good and bad in my own city. Before I ever went to anybody else's city, I showed the good and bad in my own city. I'm telling you the mindset of people that then trick you out of your bag, and that's when you get Tesla or XAI or Elon Musk starting to put a fucking data center over in Memphis. You know why they got a data center over in Memphis that won't stop worrying that all of the neighbors say that it's this white noise that just continue to annoy them and it'll never cut off? Is because you have devalued your land so much and you let people tell you that y'all shit is so trash that then you don't even care about the politics locally about what happened. And that's how they're able to go in there. You know why they chose Memphis? They chose Memphis for the same reason that I did the research on Memphis. And they went and bought that shit for cheap. They bought it for cheap. It's easy for them to go and buy land for cheap and easily to get shit off on y'all city council for stuff that's not best for your environment because you don't give a fuck about it. Wake the fuck up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, culture. Wake up, culture. Take care of your shit. Stop letting everybody else tell you in the hood. You so easily programmed. Wake up, culture. Wake up, culture. Why you think that they went in there and snatched up all of that stuff for cheap and set up all of them dumbass data centers and they taking all of y'all local resources and they leaving y'all with no jobs? They didn't even give y'all no jobs with them data centers. They didn't even give y'all no jobs with the data centers. They just went over there and built them data centers because they knew that y'all didn't value the land. And then y'all gonna come in and cry and complain and say, oh man, I can't believe it, it's gentrifying. Take your water. Also, we can put in queries on AI. All because you don't value the stuff that's yours. It's yours. It's as valuable as you make it. It's as valuable as you make it. And you let these people come in and take y'all stuff and convince y'all that y'all stuff ain't nothing. Look, it always be the most ignorant motherfuckers. A nigga with a Hennessy bottle in his hand said, man, what the fuck is this BS I wake up to? They put my city's team in fucking Gary. What the fuck, man? This the rack. What the fuck? It be the most ignorant niggas with a Hennessy bottle that say some of the wildest stuff, and those are the people that y'all align with. They did it in Detroit. And when everybody else left, I talked to a guy today. This morning, matter of fact. I talked to a guy this morning, and he from Jacksonville. And he moved up here to the city, and he said he wished he would have invested in here, and people wouldn't have convinced him that he shouldn't invest here. All of those same people ain't going to come back and say, hey, man, I was wrong about you investing here. Why? Because there's a 300,000% return on your investment based off of what other people didn't value your stuff to be. We had to wait for white people to come in and say, oh, it's nice here. Now, oh, man, I don't want to leave my family home. You already sold it, dummy. And you got this young man, this young mayor that's trying to do great shit in y'all city. And the only thing you can do is tear him down. As though we don't have enough people that's finessing. As far as politicians, you got this dude that's doing great things in the city. And all y'all got to say is negative stuff 100,000 times. But let it be a white neighborhood. Y'all will pay tooth and nail, pay $50,000 a year in property taxes, bend your left nut to try to get over there and live with some people that don't even want you next to them, and then you'll call them racist.
Sitting next to me, the now mayor, former state senator, born and raised in Gary, now raising his own family in the city he's helping to reshape.
It's a lot of NFL teams, NBA teams use our airport to come to Chicago. A lot of corporations that's downtown use the Gary Chicago International Airport as well.
The Gary Chicago International Airport already serves private and cargo flights. City leaders say the goal is to attract a commercial airline to the newly rehabilitated facility, whether or not the Bears ultimately land here.
We probably have one of the longest runways in the Chicagoland area.
With all of the growth happening in Gary, more housing is being developed and more resources are being built for families.
this space over here is going to be great.
This is the Tolleson Opportunity Campus, home to Crossroads, YMCA, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Northwest Indiana, and Methodist hospitals. Inside, an aquatic center, an e-gym, and community health services.
Use some of our federal funding. It's about a $40 to $50 million project.
Indiana lawmakers say lower taxes and pro-business policies are putting the state in play, and the Bears aren't the only ones eyeing Gary.
But we've had some other non-traditional sports. I believe a National Cricket League franchise that was looking to come here because they knew about the entertainment corridor that we're building next to the Hard Rock Casino. So, yeah, there's a lot of folks that have been inquiring about Gary. And
Shout out to Gary, Indiana, man. Whether they get it or not, you know, I have no qualms about whether they get it or not. But I love to see communities and places where you have good politicians and people that said, I'm not leaving the state or I'm not leaving the city that I grew up in. Instead, I'm going to work harder than ever to create a place for the next generation to be able to thrive, survive, and grow. Shout out to the people that stay home and fix their own shit, built their own houses, hold it down, and don't run out and run away just because it get hard. Or don't run out and run away just because somebody else tell them that it's not valuable. It's as valuable as you make it. And you create your own environment and your own oasis. I told somebody this morning when I was having a conversation with old boy, I said, I'm never leaving the city. I'm never leaving the city. I have no reason to leave my city because it's my responsibility to be the change that I want to see. I'm not waiting on nobody else to do it. We gonna do it with our own hands and our own feet, and we gonna hold it down. And that's how you make change. That's how you make real meaningful change in your community. You do it. You feed the community. Now, I don't know if they're gonna be able to get the Chicago Bears. If they land the Chicago Bears, that dude deserves to be. He should be the governor. If they land the Chicago Bears, they should be the governor. I suspect that Chicago is entertaining anybody that is willing to let them build at cheaper rates. And this is the reason why. Is because I think that the Chicago Bears truly are going to stay and want to stay in Chicago. The Chicago Bears is Brandon Johnson's to lose. You hear what I'm saying? They are basically, I believe, soliciting every single offer and possibility publicly. This is not something that they're doing privately. They're doing it publicly because they're sending a message. They're sending a message to Brandon Johnson and the legislature in Chicago and saying, listen, we want to be here. Do you see what happened in Kansas City? Do you see that we're getting offers? Do you know that we already got land that we bought out in the suburbs and we're getting offers from other places? We will move. Please. I'm telling you right now that we will move. But because y'all have incompetent leadership, these niggas don't even want to have a conversation. Do you know that Brandon Johnson said that they called him and he missed the call? So nigga, you didn't call back? The fuck is you talking about? You didn't call back? How didn't you call? Yeah, I missed the call, but I'm looking to connect with them. What do you mean you missed the call? It's the Chicago Bears. How did you miss a call from the Chicago Bears? What's wrong with you? Get the fuck back on the phone. Hey, man, get them on the phone immediately. We need to make sure that we settle this and get this together and make sure that this works for both sides. Man, you should be sitting there courting them, having this conversation. And so that's what I'm saying. They giving them the writing on the wall. They telling them and they showing them. They saying, listen, it's yours to lose. It's yours to lose. This is your team. We're already here. We already want to be here. We have clearly told you that we want to be here. We called you and you're sitting here telling us that we missed a phone call. You're spitting in our faces. The Bears, even if they just move out into the suburbs outside of Chicago, it's y'all's to lose. Because if y'all move outside of Chicago, the city gets nothing from it. Nothing. All of y'all money. If the Chicago Bears move out into the suburbs, It's the same as it moving out into Gary, Indiana, for the city of Chicago. Listen to what I'm saying. If the Chicago Bears move out to the suburbs, it's just as bad for the city of Chicago as if y'all move over to Gary, Indiana. Financially, economically, tax-wise, jobs-wise, all of the different businesses that benefit from it in the city of Chicago. Will Illinois still be okay? Yeah, Illinois will benefit from it, but Chicago will lose all the revenue, and you're going to lose a major city team. That would be devastating. Devastating. It's no different than it moving to a completely different state. No different. Honest to God. So if y'all not on y'all leadership and saying, hey man, we need to keep the Bears in the city, Detroit didn't benefit from the Lions being in Pontiac. Detroit didn't benefit from the Lions being in Pontiac. All they did was take our branding, and they said we are the Detroit Lions, but they wasn't actually in Detroit, so we didn't get nothing from it. It wasn't until they actually moved back into the city Ford Field. Pistons moved from Auburn Hills into Detroit. Lions moved from Pontiac into Detroit. The Red Wings was already here. The Tigers was already here. And then they built all new stadiums. We built Ford Field, we built Comerica Park, and we built Little Caesars Arena. And we got all new arenas, and all of our teams play within a quarter mile of each other. Now the city is booming, benefiting. 3 casinos, 5 sports teams, because now we building a soccer stadium. They just started breaking ground on our new soccer stadium that's literally maybe less than a quarter of a mile away from where I stay at down here. And now all of the property values is out of control. It's a chick that just sold her house for $600,000, and just less than 10 years ago, the house itself was worth less than $14,000. And they're going to tell me, oh, man, you need to sell all of your property during a fire sale and move out of the city. For what? A chick just sold her property in Corktown that's right up the street from the old Comerica Park and where they about to build the new soccer stadium, and she sold her house for $600,000. $600,000. And I own half of this bitch. Suburb, city, I've been buying up everything since 2012. Why would I leave? Why would I leave? This is mine. It's mine. Why would I leave? That don't make sense. Train station just got redone. Ford Motor Company put $1 billion, billion with a B, $1 billion into the Michigan train station. And you think I'm about to leave? Why would I leave? That's dumb as hell. They bought the train station and put a B with a B, $1 billion into a new campus right into the heart of the city. That would be the dumbest thing that I've ever done in my entire life. General Motors literally just moved into the Hudson's building that just got built right up the street. I'm looking at the Hudson's building from my studio, from my office. Why would I leave? But they so busy running y'all out of y'all neighborhoods. Y'all can't wait to leave. Y'all can't wait to run away. You can't wait to go and sell your stuff and all of this stuff. Man, I'm telling you, the value of something. I used to know a nigga named Mark Cooper. He went to jail. I promise to God. I used to know a nigga named Mark Cooper. You don't believe me? Are you him? He lost his scholarship. He used to play for Ohio State. He was a linebacker. I graduated with him in Cass Tech. And he lost his scholarship. I remember. I promise you, on everything. See, I love it. I got a really great memory. It was a dude named Marco Cooper. And shout out to Marco. He was actually pretty cool in high school. It was a dude named Marco Cooper, and he wound up losing his scholarship. Yep, we went to the same high school. He was a linebacker. He went to Ohio State. We graduated in 2000 together. He signed his letter of intent. Shout out to Marco. And then he wound up losing his scholarship because he got suspended from Ohio State. I remember that. Are you him? And he lost everything. Suspension took effect. It was over a hoe, too, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Are you him? Are you him, nigga? No, you're not even good as Marco. Oh. I'm going to give you 86,000 seconds next time. Get your life together. Oh, man. Anyways, make sure you guys, because, I mean, I would imagine that you would be angry, too. I would be angry if I did that shit, too. Anyways, make sure you guys... You're right. I'm sorry. Thank y'all for holding me accountable. I will do better next time. I just noticed the name, and I was like, oh, I know a nigga named Marco. I know a dude named Marco Cooper. I remember him. Shout out to Marco. Cool dude. Haven't seen him since high school, but he was a cool dude. I wonder if you him. It's not a whole lot of Marco Coopers out here. All right, what else we talking about outside of y'all losing, giving up y'all mama's homes? Oh, I kind of want to live stream tomorrow too on the low. That's not smart though.
When it's around Christmas. And what I'm about to describe to you is even 10 times that worse.
You're right, Tropical. I'm on it.
And it started last night in Highland City. Jason Kinney, who's 47, is married to Crystal Kinney. And Jason's been drinking during the evening. And he's watching his football team, the 49ers, play football. Well, they're having a good night. They're winning. In fact, they won big. Sometime toward the end of the game, at around 11 o'clock, an argument began when Crystal suggested they watch something else on television. And the argument got really heated. Crystal told her 12-year-old son to go to call 911. So the 12-year-old flees to the neighbor's house in order to dial 911. And as he's leaving the house, he hears a gunshot. Deputies arrive in less than 5 minutes of the call for service. And when we enter the house, we see that Crystal Kinney, the wife of Jason, is shot in the head and dead.
Jesus, Lord have mercy.
But it gets worse. We go into the bedroom and we see a 13-year-old child, a little girl. She shot twice. She shot in the shoulder and she shot in the face.
Jesus.
We later learned the bullet in the face hit her on the bridge of the nose, went straight up and out the top of her head. She is alive in critical condition, but stable at Lakeland Regional Health and is alert and talking.
That's inhumane, if you ask me. That's inhumane. That is inhumane. To get shot in the face and survive as a child, a 12-year-old girl that also probably witnessed her mother get killed, and she'll always be deformed, and we don't even know what her complications are going to be from a fucking... That is insane. Hey, man, just take me out, bro. Just take me out. Just take me out, man. Take me out, bro. That's monster behavior. That is monster behavior. That is absolutely, positively monster behavior. Nobody should have to survive and live to deal with that type of nonsense. That's insane, bro. Wow. So you was arguing over football. You watching a football game and everything is going well. Your chick bother you and say, hey, can we watch something else? For whatever reason. Maybe the score got out of hand or whatever and you didn't like it. And that was the final straw that made you kill her and kill the other person? Jesus Christ.
That's a Christmas miracle. Jason shot her twice and intended to kill her. He didn't, however, shoot his biological child, thank God, who was 1 year old and in a crib.
So that wasn't even his kid. That was a step baby daddy. I told you niggas. I told y'all. I warned you. I warned you. If I never warned you before, I warned you. I warned you. I told you. I said, listen, stop getting in relationships with people who don't look at your kids the same way that you look at your kids. I told that to men. I told that to women. I keep telling women. I said, listen, your children are food for these people. Your children are food for these people. I keep telling y'all. I keep telling you every day that it is not an advantage for you to be a step baby daddy. And for the women that invite these men into their households, that these are undercover monsters that are suppressing who they really are until they get one thing that drive them off of the cliff. And it could be a fucking argument over a football game, and you're going to see who they really are. You're going to find out who they really are. Yep. Oh, I could do better with this other guy. And for whatever reason, and I don't know why, I don't question it. I don't have any kind of comprehension skills. I'm not even trying to ask no questions why he loves my children so much. And he's just willing somehow, some way. He's went his whole life without ever getting involved with a relationship, but he just so happens to love your kids more than ever before. You don't think that that's suspicious? You don't think that that's suspicious? You don't think it's suspicious that a random adult that has lived to be 30, 40 years old is just curious about being your children's stepchild, stepfather, and that they just adore them so much that they're willing to endure and take y'all as a package deal? You think that that makes sense and that that is the thing that God has ordained and he sent the blessing right to your doorstep. You don't think that that's weird? If that, man, that got red flag written all over it. Red flag, red flag. I laugh. I seen a girl the other day and she told me, and this is the real honest to God truth. She told me, I said, hey, what's going on? How's it going? Tell me about your life. You know what she told me? I kid you not. She said, I met a guy. I said, oh yeah, you met a guy? She said, yeah, I met a guy. I said, tell me about it. What do you like about him? He's nice. I said, what's his situation? I said, I know he older. He got to be at least 50. Yeah, he about 50. I said, okay, cool. What's his relationship like? Oh, he's separated. So you just met him just at the right time that he just so happened to be going through a separation with his chick. Got it. You know me, I'm not gonna get it into it. I'm not getting in it. And my name is Bennett and I'm not in it. I said, oh yeah. I said, well, I wish you two the best. I'm not gonna go back and forth with these people. If you can't see it and he messing with you, he's messing with you, but you special. Got it. Got it. You special. You're the special one.
He shot his stepdaughter. He didn't get a chance to shoot his stepson who had run to dial 911. Jason then jumps into his vehicle and flees the scene just prior to deputies arriving. He is going toward Lake Wells. He calls his sister in upstate New York, and he says, I've done something very, very bad. Very bad. I did something terrible. And this is the last time you'll ever talk to me. You'll see me on the news, but I am not going to jail. I'm not going to jail for the rest of my life. So he goes to his father's house, which apparently is currently in probate. His father's deceased. And there's a friend staying there. When he gets to the house,
I'm going to read that shortly.
He immediately goes into a shed. Deputies now are tracking Jason. We set up a perimeter and start yelling for Jason to come out of this shed, which is adjacent to the home. And the deputies hear a single gunshot.
What up, Majestic? Of course he took himself out.
When we make entrance into the shed, we find that Jason has shot himself in the forehead, and he too is deceased.
Coward.
I want you to think about this a minute. As the investigations unfolded during the night, and we're still in the preliminary stages, and as I always say when we talk soon,
coward,
whatever we give you today is subject to modification. We found a note that at some time in the past Crystal wrote, and it was open, where she told Jason, you know, you're drinking, you're using cocaine again. This is not the way the family should be. You need God.
You're drinking and you're using cocaine again. Hey, you know you're drinking and you're using cocaine again. What? What? Not you just drinking. Hey, you know what? I seen you with a little bit of porn on your computer. Not that, hey, you doing coke again. You got a step baby daddy that do coke? Good God. Jesus.
God. Crystal, by the way, goes to church every Sunday. We don't know when she wrote the note. It's not dated. There's no time. There's no indication, but it was open. So did she write it as they argued earlier in the evening, or had it been some period of time? We can't determine that. We also were able to talk to the 12-year-old, our Christmas miracle. She said, I begged him, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, and he shot me anyway.
Jesus.
This is things that are never supposed to happen. And certainly we are all very, very happy that our little 13-year-old girl is, from every indication, going to survive and thrive. But the investigation's still underway. But this is a family disturbance that apparently had gone on for some time. We talked to another family member.
Yeah, of course he did. Everybody knew.
That family member said,
everybody knew.
Oh, he's been beating on her for a while.
She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She got a step baby daddy, and he whooping that ass, and she love him. And he on coke, and he drink, and he broke. If those are not some of the biggest red flags that you have ever heard of in your life consecutively, if those are not some of the biggest red flags consecutively, I don't know what is. Good gosh.
So we've checked our records to see if we received any calls at the residence, and we have not. He has never been arrested for domestic violence. But bottom line is, 3 days before Christmas, he shot and killed his wife. He shot his 13-year-old stepdaughter twice and intended to kill her. Called his sister and confessed that he did something terrible, and then rather than be arrested, shot and killed himself. Quite frankly, I don't want to sound sinister, but the only thing he did right that night was shoot himself after those horrible deeds. If he felt that way, he could have taken himself out and not hurt those two beautiful people.
That's a fact. I'm actually not even sad at the fact that he took himself out either, because at least we don't have to spend time, money, resources prosecuting and then feeding this dude until he get 80, and then he can go into jail and get a boyfriend and keep it moving. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Good gosh, what is going on in y'all households? Hey, man, is this somebody that's watching this live stream that's getting their ass beat right now? I know it is, because it's too many people in here watching. It's too many people in here watching this, and I'm wondering who is getting their ass kicked right now in their household. Which one of y'all is getting that foot up y'all ass? No. Don't turn the volume down. Don't turn the volume down. Don't turn it off. You know what? I don't want to hear this. I thought he was just gonna do the news. No, it's Saturday. You knew I was gonna get in on your ass today. You know how Saturday shows are. It's Saturday. We get active on Saturdays. Which one of y'all is catching the L right now? Chances are somebody didn't have somebody go upside their head. Chances are the numbers say somebody going upside somebody's head. You just heard the story. You heard the story. TS Car Wash and Detail Services Mass Appeal is on the run. Going to be called the Gary Bears. Illinois trying to tax the Bears too much. Freddie from Gary said, "What up, though?" I am Marcus Lewis is in the building. Says, "Started my YouTube journey because of you. I'm following the blueprint. Already did 500 plus videos, and 2 months Bag Chasers community is helping out a lot. Now make sure that they're quality videos. You don't want to sacrifice quality for quantity. You want to go quantity, and then you want to figure out how to scale up. Slowly scale up. It's a lifetime. You got a lifetime to run. Don't worry about the numbers. Worry about the quality of the videos and being consistent. All right. To the king of cash flow, shout out to you and community. What up, Liftoff Lo-Fi Music? I like that name. Let me see something. All right. I see you. Charles Mack says the Rust Belt needs love, from my city of Pittsburgh to Youngstown to Akron to Cleveland to Toledo to your city of Detroit. We can reinvent where we're from. That's a fact. AR's back says they can't possibly fold back Brandon Johnson after fumbling the Bears, can they? First, the parking. Now, this. I can't believe it. If y'all lose the Bears, I'm going to troll y'all all year. Did you speak on the DK Metcalf situation? The fan also spoke. We can go into that right now. I'll look at it. I'm in Illinois, so I'll be passing through Gary often. Gary bad, but I love to see him making changes. Anton Shalom, sir, you are right. Bought my house in 2016 in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. 40 minutes from work. Everybody said it was in the middle of nowhere. Now, tech companies wanted the area up $200,000 from a $10,000 down payment. Self-Made Forever says Dana Deegan of Jacksonville, Florida is doing an excellent job. Also, just not sure if she from the city. We have never had a mayor do as much as her. Thanks for the Saturday stream, AD. What up, Self-Made Forever? Forever, ever. Blessings, she alive. Hopefully, speedy recovery, says TS Car Washing Details. What up, Crimson, says peace and blessings to you, Lord Anton. Oh, my beautiful baby. What up, Crimson 5878? B-Ray, B-Rai, V2 says, AD, I don't know if you spoke on this, but Myron broke down on X Stream that house where the 3 people got killed, the parents were drug traffickers that was being surveillanced by police before the killings. I don't care. You don't kill nobody in front of children. You don't kill people in front of children. I mean, I was able to figure that much out. That's why they had so many surveillance cameras inside of the crib. I called that out the minute that I seen it happening. The minute that I started looking at the live stream, I called it out. I said, oh, man, they got cameras in every room inside of the actual house. Oh, that's a dope house. It's a dope house. Crimson says you are absolutely right. Where the red flags at? Facts. Shout out to you, Crimson. I love you. Now it's all about Versace. You copy my style. Tommy watching your videos. Sorry, I'm late. I had to run it back. That hat is tough, bro. Shout out to y'all. I had somebody look out for me. Let me see something.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Yo, I'm on a live stream. The people that's watching the live stream said they love this Versace hat. They said I'm just telling you that they love the hat that you bought.
It does look nice on you.
I appreciate you. You know my style, so I appreciate you.
Okay.
Bye. They know my style. They know my style, so they buy me nice things. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. The ladies take care of me. I'm not even going to cap. The ladies take care of me. They make sure that I am well taken care of. They buy me nice things. They say, hey, hold on. That look good for you. That look good on you. Let me go ahead and make sure you take care of that. There is nothing like having people that make sure that you're taken care of. Nothing like it. Lex says, I don't look after you enough. Lex. Shh. Handsome man, time for your information. Shh. Moses King says, what up, AD? Did you ever cover the fake UPS driver that killed the whole family? I did. I did, Moses King. You ain't catch that? I even dropped it as a clip, too. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. What do we want to talk about now? What do we want to talk about now? Honestly, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm tempted to live stream tomorrow. Tucker Carlson detailed how he got fired. Y'all want to go into that?
My career is changing after 14 years. What was her initial reaction, and did her reaction surprise you?
I mean, when I got fired?
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing.
So she was like, finally, she was relieved.
I said I got a call from Suzanne Scott. I almost couldn't remember her name. I mean her no ill will, who was the president, I guess still is the president of Fox. I never really had much of a relationship with her. Odd person, but always nice to me. And I said, Suzanne Scott just called me and they canceled my show. And my wife was with our dogs. And she goes, what? Why? And I said, I don't know. They wouldn't tell me. And she goes, thank God.
No way.
First thing she said, thank God.
Why'd she say that, you think?
She thought they were really anti-Christian.
Oh,
Fox.
really?
Yeah.
Tucker, I'm going to just be honest with you. Hold on. That shit look crazy. It looked like he got heels on. It looked like his heels is too small. And that he get... I ain't gonna lie. Now, hers look kind of fire. His look crazy. Tucker, what are you doing? Is his shoes too little? I like penny loafers, but I don't like it when they look too little. Yo, his shoes look really, 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 really tight. I don't know why his shoes are so tight. Why is his shoes so tight? And don't tell me that you don't have no socks on, because sometimes the footies actually is lower than the outside part of the shoe. Like they cover just the bottom so that you actually do have socks on. But it don't look like he got no socks on, no nothing. Tucker just winging it. And them penny loafers that look too small. This dude getting too much money. Tucker getting too much money.
Do you agree?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Why do you say that?
It just makes them uncomfortable. They're not comfortable with that at all. If you said on Fox, which I don't think I ever did, I probably should have, but like, hey, how are the Christians of the West Bank
Somebody said, how do I notice all these things? I don't know. I just see it and I just be like, what is going on there?
doing? Like, how's Bethlehem doing? Where Jesus was born? The church in the Nativity. It's got to be. That's not the most sacred site in Christendom. I'm not sure what is. Jesus was born in Bethlehem. It's the Church of the Nativity. Let's call the rector of the Church of the Nativity and ask him what he thinks of Israeli occupation. Just as a Christian, I think it's totally fair. Whoa. I mean, you'd be out of there.
Really?
Of course. I mean, you're not allowed to say, are you joking? No.
So when we saw that viral photo of you guys like laughing on the golf cart or whatever, you guys were driving to dinner. I mean, it looked like pure joy, and it was pure joy because you both felt like a weight was off your shoulders.
Yeah, canned?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. That was actually very funny. My wife's a very sweet person, mother of 4, always 4 dogs, former religion teacher, totally non-political, not a news consumer, and just a nice person, loved by everybody, I think. But we were coming back to the house, and there are all these, back where the trash cans are, like side gate, there are all these like reporters and guy with a camera, and the guy with the camera was from the Daily Mail. And he goes, I was trying to be nice, but what are you doing in my house? I don't like that. So, but anyway, I was trying to be nice because I'm on camera. Your show just got canceled. What do you have to say to Fox News? And I was like, haven't talked to Fox about it. I got to figure out about my contract, and I don't really have anything to say. And my wife goes, I've got something to say. And we try to keep that to a minimum. She's the kind of person who never lies. And I was like, oh. And the guy goes, what do you have to say? And she goes, Fox News. And I was like, oh.
And were you never more in love with her than in that moment?
No, I was like, Susie, you can't say that. And she goes, why? I think that. And I said, because we've got all these kids and like family and stuff. You can't talk like that. And she goes, well, I think that, and that's what I think, and I'm not going to lie. So I go in and I call the editor. I knew the editor of the Daily Mail, and I was like, my wife's a lunatic. I just wanted you to know, but very sweet person, very sincere Christian. Can't have her using the F word on camera. can you not run that? And he's like, okay.
He agreed.
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
Oh,
And so
that's
I go in and I
nice.
tell my wife, I went in my bedroom and called him right away. And she goes, what? I want to be quoted. I think that. She was mad. Actually, the real reason she was
No. That's not cute. Ladies, let me be clear right now. Let me be very, very clear. Because I know that this sounds cute, and I know that y'all think that this is what y'all gonna do if your man get fired and he fuck up the bag. Let me be clear, because I'm gonna get to the Tucker Carlson firing in a second. Don't do that. Don't jump out the window and then think it's cute. Oh my God. Hey, you know what? That's just what she was thinking. Are you ever never more in love than right there at that moment when she goes crazy for you? No. I'm not happy about that. I just got fired. I don't even know what's going on. I haven't even talked to my people yet. And you sitting up here saying F Fox News, and this is the people that put the food on our table and made us popular in the first place. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now he got to go in, make a call to the Daily Mail and tell them don't run the story. And he probably had to do some makeup for them because they was devastated because they thought that they got a great soundbite. And so he probably had to go and do a favor for a favor because you flying off the handle when you can't control yourself. That's not cute. I know it sounds cute and they're making light of it and the lady is laughing and all of that. It's not cute. Don't do that, ladies. Don't jump out the window and embarrass the person that you're with. That's not going to fly. It ain't going to fly with me anyways.
He was mad. Every year they would send me bottles of wine for Christmas or whatever.
And they knew that you were sober.
Well, they didn't know. They didn't care. I mean, they just sent me bottles of wine. I thought it was really nice. Whatever. Give them to my kids or give them to friends or whatever. I'm sure it was good wine. I don't know. My wife would always be like, but you don't drink. And they send you bottles of wine. I mean, that's so thoughtless. They don't even know who you are. And I was like, it's my employer. I don't care. I don't want some personal relationship with an employer. I mean, they're nice.
Hey, basically,
They're super
Tucker,
nice.
this is supposed to be him talking about his experience getting fired. It's turning into doesn't matter who you are, conservative, liberal, white, or black, that an unruly woman is an unruly woman. And he's basically painting a picture. He don't even know it. He's painting a picture of a monster right now.
The day I started till the day they fired me, they were nice to me. So I'm not mad at them at all. But she thought that just bugged her. You know, she doesn't live in that world at all. She lives in a world of total sincerity and honesty.
And now some of your kids are married?
One married, two engaged.
What do you and your wife envision or hope for your years as grandparents?
I'm really about quantity, not quality. I feel the same way about...
Okay, I don't care about all of that other part. Let me tell you why Tucker Carlson wasn't tripping and that they went to the golf course. You want to know why? Let me tell you the difference between you and Tucker Carlson. This is the difference. When Tucker gets fired, he knows that he's leveraged every single possibility and opportunity up to this point, and that because he's been great and because he's done the things that he's done on the network, that he's going to have a bigger bag on the end of that rainbow. Any other person that loses an opportunity would be devastated. The reason why Tucker wasn't devastated is because Tucker already knew that he had another bag and another play and he had options. And that's the difference. The difference is when you have options, you look at this as an opportunity. When you don't have options and the only thing you have is that employer or that opportunity, then it's going to feel like hell. It's going to feel like hell froze over. It's going to feel like the worst possible thing ever because you're never, ever probably going to get another opportunity like that. Think about Sharon Moore, the former University of Michigan football coach that's recently gotten fired by Michigan. And then they brought in the former Utah coach in order to coach over there in Michigan, which I think that was a phenomenal hire. He's never, ever, ever going to get the type of opportunity that he got at Michigan ever again. Ever. So his view is crash out. Tucker's view is celebration. Because you know what happens? Tucker got options. And Tucker probably is going to make more and get more visibility like he is now, like he did. And he got the option to do what he want to do when he want to do it. It's a difference. It's a difference. It's just like a relationship, right? If you are in a relationship and you a dumbass and you a fuck up and you got the best the possible thing that you can never get, if it ends, you should be devastated because it's like, what did I mess up? Oh my God, I can't believe it. Now, if you the other person that the person lost, you probably looking at it like a relief. You know what? I should have been gone a long time ago. It's crazy. You're not even looking for another opportunity. You're not even looking to jump into another relationship. You know why? Because first of all, you relieved and you already got a bevy of options waiting at your doorstep. You may not even be interested in another relationship. But there's already people like, yo, what? You free? People gonna be beating down your door. You know why? Because you the shit. And when you the shit, you look at it as, man, I came up or another opportunity. You may be devastated that the relationship ended because this is something that you put your hard work and tears in. But at the same time, was it worth continuing to deal with the bullshit that you was dealing with? You know what? So it's one person that's going to be devastated. It's another person that's going to be like, you know what? When the sun rises in the morning, I'm still him. I'm more him than I ever been before. You actually been holding me back. You've been holding me back. You've been holding me back. You've been holding me back. I used to use this line when I was a much younger man. And I ain't gonna lie, I used that shit yesterday. I used it yesterday. Let me be transparent. I used it yesterday. Y'all gonna start seeing a lot of this stuff on the vlogs. As soon as I finish getting all of this stuff ported over, I'm literally porting it over into the Patreon right now. I used this line yesterday. And I'm not going to tell you what the circumstances was. It was really just a little playful banter back and forth. And oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to tell you all this dumb stuff. Just the dumb little playful banter. You know what I'm saying? That the interaction. And I was fresh. You know what I'm saying? I was fresh to death. And I'm walking by and I'm chilling and I'm having a good conversation and I'm kicking it with the people. And this young, beautiful girl, she says, when I say young, beautiful, you know, I don't believe in having conversations with chicks that's under 25, 24. You know what I'm saying? That's too young. But I'm talking and I'm chilling and I'm having a conversation with the people, you know, because I'm out and about in the city. And she said, oh my God, I can't believe it. My boyfriend, he introduced me to you and now I'm obsessed. And then she whispered in my ear, this is what she said. She whispered in my ear, she said, but I don't think he likes that I watch you so much. Can I take a picture? I said, yeah, we can take a picture. So I took the picture with her. I don't know where she put it or whatever. So I took the picture with it. And then I whispered in her ear, I said, hey, don't let your boyfriend prevent you from finding your soulmate. She said, oh my God, I love you. She said, you're so crazy. She said, can I send you a message on Instagram? I told her. She said, oh my God, my boyfriend introduced me to you, but I don't think that he wants me to continue to watch you. Can I take a picture? I started laughing. I said, yeah, we could take a picture. I said, listen, don't let your boyfriend prevent you from finding your soulmate. She thought that was the funniest thing ever. She thought that was the funniest thing ever. No, I can't help it. I'm sorry. I had to put on my coat in order to illustrate a moment for you. I had to put it on to illustrate a moment for you. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going home. You know what I did? I went home and I streamed. I was on a live stream with y'all. No matter what they tell you, you cannot say I was somewhere where I wasn't supposed to be. You know why? because you seen me last night. You seen me on a live stream with you guys. What was I doing? Talking to Carrie, laughing with Quentin, arguing with Slimmy, talking to Molly, giving them game, Carrie, Mika, Miss Sanchez, Lex. I was on there with y'all. Don't sit there and lie on me. I wasn't nowhere I wasn't supposed to be. I was sitting there nice and cozy with my DoorDash me some fruit this morning, woke up and got to the bag. You're not going to sit here and tell me that I did something that I wasn't supposed to do. I disagree with you because I was where I was supposed to be last night. So it's no way that you can sit there and lie and say that I said what I said and I didn't do what I do and all of this other stuff. I wasn't there. Me and Slimmy was going back and forth. It's a lie, and I wasn't there because you see me on the live stream. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. That's when people be saying, oh, man, I seen you. No, I said, where you see me at? I seen you Friday night. You was out there. I said, nigga, you was a lie because I ain't missed the Friday. You a liar. I tell them all the time. It was Friday, man. I know it was a Friday. You're going to try to argue me down. It was a Friday. A Friday when? This year? Yeah, this year. You was a lie and the truth ain't in you. What time? 12 o'clock? Liar. 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 You don't stream every weekend yet, nigga. You a liar. Somebody get this nigga from lying. The truth ain't in you. The truth ain't in you. There has been no Friday night where you have not seen me on a live stream in 2025. If you said that I was there, you're a liar because I wasn't. I was on Friday night live streaming with all of my people. That's how I keep myself safe and protected. Stay busy, stay working, keep the camera on. I got the timestamps. Stay busy, stay working, cut the camera on. I got the timestamps. Nobody is going to sit there and tell me that I did something that I wasn't supposed to do because I was live streaming and I got the footage and I got the proof. They're going to sit there and lie on me. No, you not. The truth ain't in you. He said, what are those? Y'all be quick with the emojis. Niggas be lying on me. Oh, man, no, I seen you. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Lies. What day of the week? Thursday then. Nope. I was streaming on every Thursday too. Nope. I was streaming on Thursday. You're lying. You're lying. I don't believe you, buddy. Let me see something. DJ Metcalf, Gary Mayer.
And his safety are now under attack. 7 News Detroit reporter Demetrius Sanders has more on him pushing back on accusations of racism.
Lions fan Ryan Kennedy says he has been the subject of threats, and even his business has taken a hit following an incident with Pittsburgh Steeler DK Metcalf, and now he wants to clear up what he says are false allegations about what went down. During a matchup with the Lions on December 21st, Steelers receiver DK Metcalf went after a fan from the sidelines. The fan in that video.
Ain't no way in the world that he quickly came up with a racial slur that quick. If I was the fan, I would sue the fuck out of him. I would sue him. I would sue the NFL. I would sue everybody. I would sue everybody. If I was him, because you messed up my business and you lied. You lied to try to make it seem like that I said a racial slur towards you. You're a liar. No way in the world that he did that. I believe him 10 times over. And y'all got to stop worshiping these celebrities. Y'all have to stop worshiping these celebrities, acting like that these people are above reproach. They not above reproach. They don't always do the right thing. They Neanderthals, and sometimes they go out there and they do some wild shit. This dude, ain't no way in the world you're going to sit here and tell me that he somehow, some way just said a racial slur in that quick. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Nah, I would sue everybody. You're not going to fuck up my money and try to mess up my reputation.
15-year season ticket holder, Ryan Kennedy.
A professional athlete approached the stands, reached into the stands, grabbed the
They said he said a racial
it.
slur. Look how quick did this happen. Hold on, let me play this again.
Matchup with the Lions on December 21st.
And the dude said that they didn't have a beef for a long time now. They've been beefing for a long time, so this is not even something new. He knew who that fan was when he pulled up into the stadium, and he reached up there, even with Pittsburgh winning, he reached up to grab him on purpose.
Steelers receiver DK Metcalf went after a fan from the sidelines. The fan in that video, 15-year season ticket holder, Ryan Kennedy.
A professional athlete approached the stands, reached into the stands.
If he would have said a racial slur, the police, the security would have been on his ass immediately.
Grabbed a spectator by his shirt, pulled him downwards, and struck him.
With attorneys by his side, Friday, Kennedy recalled the incident, pushing back on claims of racism.
I guess I want to be crystal clear about one thing. I didn't use any racial slurs, no hate speech. Actually, never. 15 years season ticket holder for the Lions. I've never done that.
Those comments come after former NFL player Chad Ochocinco Johnson accused Kennedy of using derogatory words during the interaction.
Being falsely branded as a racist is one of the most damaging accusations that a private citizen can endure.
Attorney Sean Head alleges the altercation began after Kennedy called Metcalf by his full first name and asked for an autograph.
Ford Field Security investigated the incident and allowed Mr. Kennedy to return to the seats after it was determined that no code of conduct violation occurred.
During the press conference, attorneys acknowledged a complaint that was brought against Kennedy when Metcalf was with the Seattle Seahawks, but no violations were found. When asked about a video that appears to show Kennedy fist pumping after the most recent altercation, this was the response.
It's not unusual for a spectator to cheer, jeer, or try to get the attention of a professional athlete. What is unusual is when a professional athlete reacts.
And now Kennedy is urging Metcalf to publicly deny hearing racial slurs, again calling him by his first name.
Kalen, if you're watching this, man, just if you could just say that, please. Like, my family's getting threats and stuff, and it's not cool.
Now, when asked about the possibility of a lawsuit, Head says they will use all legal options available to protect Kennedy and his family.
And I would do so also. I would do so also. Hey, dog called him. he called him the Kalen. No, ain't no this is whack on both parties. Hey, Dunn, you know what I'm starting to notice? I'm starting to notice that you got some feminine energy, bro. You know I love you, man, but I got to start calling you niggas out on the stuff that y'all on. I'm starting to notice you got a little bit of feminine energy, bro, because you always on the wrong side of this. It ain't no, it's whack on both parties. When has it ever become crazy for a fan to root against you or to, you know what I'm saying? All of this other stuff. These dudes is just emotional. And you can't come up in the stands and grab me and hit me in the face. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No way, no how. You getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars per game to play the game, and you can't control your emotions? You can't control your emotions? Nah, ain't no both parties. We're not going to do that. We're not going to pretend like it's whack on both parties. None of that type of stuff, bro. Nope. Not at all. I don't agree with it. I'm not rocking with it. I'm not doing none of that. You're not going to convince me that it's whack on both parties. So y'all want them to sit quiet in the stands and only clap like it's a tennis match? Nah, we're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that. I don't think that the fan is wrong, and I think that he should apologize. He should admit, and you know he not. So DK Metcalf, he's not going to admit that the dude didn't say a racial slur because DK Metcalf is in between a rock and a hard place, and he's possibly going to lose $40 million and guaranteed money because of his suspension, and he's trying to appeal the suspension so that he doesn't lose the guaranteed money. So he's not going to apologize, and he's not going to say that he didn't say a racial slur because that is the thing that he's fighting or he's using as a defense to try to prevent himself from getting suspended. So now the NFL is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Now the NFL is stuck between a rock and a hard place because he's gonna lose his $40 million in guaranteed money. The fan is fucked up because now people are making threats against his business like people is dumb. Why would you be trying to find out and call who to somebody's business over an NFL game? K. Cooper says, what? He could lose $40 million for 2 games? No. He's supposedly going to lose a half a million up to $550,000, if I'm not mistaken, for the suspensions. But part of his contract is that if he gets suspended, then he could possibly lose the guaranteed money that he had in the coming years. That's what it is. You see what I'm saying, A-Done? So of course he going to say that. He going to come up with whatever it is that he can come up with in order to try to prevent himself from getting suspended. Because if he gets suspended, then he loses the guaranteed money, because part of the clause of him keeping the guaranteed money is you can't get suspended. Yep. And that's why I say these dudes are Neanderthals, because they bag fumblers. They work their whole life to fumble a bag. They work their whole life to fumble a bag. So that's what's going on with that. Again, make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. This was a good stream. I had fun today. And I almost streamed for almost 3 hours. It's 2.5 hours. We're 2.5 hours in. Well, what would have really been funny is if the fan had jumped down on his back like a spider monkey after he grabbed him. And got into a full-blown tussle with him. If the fan had jumped down there like a spider monkey on him and tackled him and got into a full-blown scuffle with him with his shoulder pads on and pulled his shoulder pad out and bit him on his arm, then we would have been sitting there saying, okay, now that's reason for it. I think that's what I think that the fan should have did. He should have jumped on his back like a spider monkey. He should have jumped on his back like a spider monkey. Oh my God. You said Jason Whitlock called it and said the fan is going to be accused of something racial. Yeah, when in doubt, whenever it is that you're in trouble, just blame it on white people and say it was racism. When in doubt, blame it on white people and say that it's racism. If I went outside and I got into a full-blown altercation and I beat the fuck out of a white person, or I got into an altercation and we were scrapping and scrumbling on the street, and the police came over and said what happened, and I would just say, hey, he called me the hard ER, and, you know, he said that he was going to hang me and he was going to throw me off a balcony. If I was to do that, I would never personally do that, but if I was to do that, I would get a get out of jail free card. And then if I went on social media and said, can't believe this happened to me, I never thought it would happen to me, people would be calling his business or calling all of that shit, and they would be dragging them through the mud. White people are at a disadvantage now. White people are at a disadvantage now. They sure are. They sure are. White people are at a disadvantage now. Yep, Ben Crump will be on my side. We can make an accusation, and then we can get a settlement. Oh, love spending Saturdays with me, says Dainty. Love spending a Saturday with you, Anton. Your hustle is unmatched for sure. Yeah, for sure. All right, y'all. We got to get it popping. Anton got to take care of business. I got movies to watch, and then I got videos to do, and I got content to port over. We got plenty to get into. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the greatest audience on earth. Let me double check something just to make sure I didn't miss anybody, because I hate having to come back the next day and say, hey, listen. I like to acknowledge everybody in real time. Shout out to Brandon Nicholson. Said, help me with investing, my brother. Are you a part of the Bag Chasers? As we about to restart the live streaming on the Bag Chasers with the Stock Club and everything. All right. Make sure you're part of the Bag Chasers. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. All right. Am I streaming tomorrow? I am only probably going to stream because I really got to get this content ported over. We're going to do frame fights tomorrow, in which we're going to be talking about Dave Chappelle's new stand-up. We're going to be we're going to be doing it on the Room 9 channel. Dave Chappelle's new stand-up. It's a movie called Marty Supreme. And I think we're also going to be talking about SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants.